Welcome to Epic Mom Life. I'm really excited to have you here today. I am your host, Kara Peterson. This is where we talk about everything happening in our mom lives. We'll talk about things like parenting and education, both homeschool and public, and those important issues our families are facing today. We'll also have several topics about connection and self-care for our moms. So let's get started. Are you searching for the perfect gift this year? I have this year's must-have gift, a memorable family photo calendar. Why give a photo calendar as a gift? September comes, the leaves start to change colors, the kids get excited about Halloween costumes, and the countdown begins for the holidays. I was the one who was responsible for making sure that everyone got their "Hello, we are thinking of you this year" with the family. We wanted more than a card, more than a letter, something that had meaning, but something that was economical as well. When I stumbled upon the photo calendar, it checked all of the proverbial boxes, and the family loved it. To create and mail an amazing calendar, I want to say it cost us approximately $30 for each family we sent it to. That was something we could afford if we looked at that as an option in advance. The best part was it brought joy to the people who received it for the entire year. That was a huge bang for their buck. Most of them kept the images from year to year to remember the major milestones in my children's lives. This is a guide to why you should create a photo calendar, how to create one, ideas for personalizing your calendar, and finally, options to print it. Extended family members often appreciate receiving photo calendars as gifts for several reasons. The personal touch. Photo calendars are often customized with family pictures, making them a personal and thoughtful gift. Honestly, I was really bad at sending photos, and I never put my kids on social media. So basically, these 12 photos were the only photos that the family got. Memories. Each month, featuring a different family photo allows them to relive memories that your family has had throughout the year. Sometimes we forget to catch everyone up on what's going on in our lives. Giving them glimpses of the important happenings allows our loved ones to be right there with us. Practicality. Calendars are useful items that people often need, so receiving one as a gift serves a practical purpose. A lot of our relatives, especially our elders, simply don't need more crap cluttering their homes. Sentimental value. The effort put into selecting and arranging photos can convey a sense of love and closeness, which resonates well with family members. Especially when you put the time and effort into the personalization ideas. And we're going to get to those. Longevity. Unlike some gifts, calendars last for a whole year, providing a continuous reminder of the giver's thoughtful gesture. My dad would never look ahead at the photos and said it ruined the surprise. Each month he opened a new gift of his grandson, smiling at him and doing something new. How to use this gift as a learning opportunity for the kids. Sometimes it feels like the family gifts, heck, the sending and the choosing of all the gifts, it comes down to you. Make this gift, the gift you are basically giving to all the family members, be a gift that the kids do. This gives them an opportunity to use a computer as a tool, possibly find some really great hobbies, be responsible for the gifts that the family gets, and feel like they are really participating in the family gifting. It also takes a lot of pressure off you, Mom. Involve children in the process. Throughout the year, engage your children in the photo-taking process. You will all need a bunch of photos to choose from in October. I'm saying that you're going to do the photo in October, the calendar in October. Our family wanted photos from each month the previous year. Have the kids look for photo ops. Teach the children how to take photos. If you don't know how, and you're going to want to do this on your phone just because your phones are almost always accessible, learn together. How do you use lighting? How do you take great photos on the phone? How do you store them? How do you label them? If you have an iPhone, this can actually be more difficult than you think. You're going to need to learn how to do all of that. introduce editing software. I just learned how to use Ribbit and I love it. I love it because it is super easy. I don't like complicated. Your children may want photos, but these photos need to be cleaned up a bit. Teaching them how to use an editing software is a fabulous skill. Choose the calendar software. Once you have chosen which custom software you will use, go through the process of picking the photos, uploading them, choosing the months, the graphics, the specific dates, the captions, and custom messages. Learn together how to do all of this and save it. And then you're going to print and mail. The way I did the calendars, they came to the store that I did them through and that I picked them all up from. And then if that was the only gift I was giving, if I was only sending this family a calendar, I got a seasonal decorated padded envelope that would fit the calendar in, and it was super easy. Now, here's a tip. Many of those fabulous seasonal decorated padded envelopes go on super sale the day after Christmas. So look for them the year before you're going to do your calendar. If I was sending the calendar to a family that had my nieces or nephews, and for example, I was looking for boxes throughout the year that would accommodate other gifts that I was sending, and usually it was the 25 days of books, or which is almost an advent calendar of books for my nieces, then I had to send that in the box because I was looking for boxes. Here's a tip. Have you heard of media mail? If you have not, this is a really big deal. You will save a lot of money. If you do not put any Christmas cards or personal messages, just the calendar in the envelope or just the calendar in the books in that big box, you can save a lot of money and mail it media mail. It takes extra steps because now you're going to send your family Christmas card or letter separately, but you're going to save yourself some major Christmas coin this year. Write down how you did everything. If I have learned anything, it is that next year I will forget everything I learned how to do this year. And if you have a kiddo who likes to use a video on their phone, have them video as you walk through every single step you went through to add the calendar, the month, the graphic, the custom graphic on the date, save it, all of that. The nuts and bolts to creating the calendar. Choosing the right photos for your calendar. Variety is the key. You want the photos to be center stage and to be interesting. Use different kinds that also let your family see what you guys have been up to for this past year. Types of photos. Family. I did at least one that included the entire family, and I usually did that as the cover shot, so that actually wasn't even a month. That was like on the outside where it said the Peterson family, the Petersons, and it said like 2020 or whatever year it was. Handeds. Sometimes these are the most fun. Special occasions. What were some big events for the year? Some activities, some hobbies. Let the family know what the kids were involved in. Pets. I include pets in some of the images if they're, with the boys. We always had dogs. So if the dogs were with the boys, sometimes I would include them, but I never had the pets by themselves just because I felt that my family was way more invested in my kids than the pets. It may be different at your house, but that's how I felt. Emotional connection. Every month that the person turns to, it is like opening a new gift. Make sure that the picture that is chosen for that month evokes some emotion or allows the person that is miles away to connect with your child in a special way. Storytelling potential. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Try to choose images that tell stories. Great resolution. So there were so many perfect calendar shots that I really wanted to use, but I couldn't because they were beyond any editing software and any ability to fix. Even if the picture tells a great story and evokes fabulous emotions and showcases your family perfectly, if it's grainy, it's just simply no good. Design options to make your calendar stand out. If you think about this in advance, you can set this up so that each year it's already readily done on your calendar. I did not have that much forethought, and I really wish I had. So you have layout options. The custom calendars have so many options. First, you need to decide what kind of calendar you want to do. I pretty much did easy and cheap, the classic 8x5 wall hanging, and I did spiral. This meant it was a monthly view, and but you also have calendars that have weekly or even daily views. It's up to you. So that is your first decision, which layout. Images per month. The software I used also had up to 4 images. You could do 3, and you could do 3 this way, or you could do 3 like that, or you could pick, and you didn't have to pick just for like 1 year. It was always 3 this way or always that way. It was all just done with a click. I liked that because then there was a lot of variety, and most software should be that way. Theme and color palette. I like the done for you where you just choose from several options. So like, let's say you're going with the abstract option. They have like 12 abstract color, watercolor colors, and you can just put them in where you want them. So if you want August to be yellow, you can have the yellow theme. And if you want November to be orange, you can have the orange theme. And you know what I mean? But it would be the abstract theme. Or you can do like seasons, and it'll have, like 4-leaf clovers, or however you want to do it, you can do it that way. If you decide you want to use more graphic design and really be able to control everything about it and personalize it, the graphic design, you can do with something like Canva, and you will have so much more freedom in your choices, but you will also have to make many more choices, which will take much more work, which will take much more time. And I don't know about you, Mom, but those were all things that, 1, I didn't have, like time, and 2, I didn't want, like choices and effort, lots more effort. So once I found a theme I liked, I honestly just kept it, and then I just mixed it up. So if I had June be green 1 year, I've had it be blue another year or something like that. So they just appeared and looked different from year to year. Captions and quotes. Add context to your photos by incorporating captions or quotes. These can be funny, inspiring, or simply provide additional context about the image. So these are just letting your family know what's going on. Graphics and illustrations. Incorporate custom graphics, illustrations, or icons to break up the text and visual interest. These can be used to mark holidays, birthdays, or special occasions. Ideas to personalize your photo gift, excuse me. Ideas to personalize your gift. I think the photo calendar is a fabulous idea. My family always wanted it. I actually remember 1 year when I just didn't get around to it. I just didn't have time. And my husband's family, who very rarely called me up and said, "Hey, I didn't get the photo calendar." I had like 3 different people from that side of the family. Did it get lost in the mail? What happened? So they really looked forward to it and liked it. Choose memorable dates and events. This is the most important thing you can put on the calendar besides your photos. And I think this is why everybody liked our calendar so much. I blended the families. I had all of Sean's, my husband's family's dates on there, and all of my family's dates on there. And my family has had a couple of divorces, so we have a lot of branches, and I put all of those branches on the calendar. I got a lot of great feedback. My dad, who is not my sister's dad, started sending cards and calling and sending good wishes for my sister's birthday and her kids' birthdays. I used specific graphics that I had saved. I had one for birthdays, one for anniversaries, and I had a special one for remembrance. That one was really important to me, to remember our loved ones in our lives that had passed. And so I had a really nice forget-me-not, like flower arrangement graphic that I put on the birthdays of those that were no longer with us. I did not put their names, just the flowers. And those that were grieving, those that remembered why that date was important, they knew that someone else remembered that as well. Captions for the photos. Even though a picture is worth 1,000 words, don't let the photos just do the talking. Use a caption to tell everyone something about the photo, the emotions of that moment. Personalize messages. Include personal messages from your kids, funny things they said throughout the year, or interesting glimpses into their lives. Fun facts. I never did this, but I wish I had. There may be a month where you highlight just one child and have them tell a fun fact. For that child, it will be relevant to something that is interesting to them. For example, my youngest was helping me put the dishes away the other day and said, "Mom, do you know it is really silly that we put our cups away upside down?" I had no idea. Did you know where that started? Again, no idea. Well, that all started during the Dust Bowl. People were putting their cups upside down so that they would not have to wash them every time they went to use them and took them out of the cupboard. Fun fact, courtesy of Alec. These are funny things that I think that people would enjoy hearing. Functional features. This is something you have to think about when you are actually choosing the layout and the type of calendar you want to do. My dad loved the yearly calendar, and he was probably the most vocal about it. My mother-in-law also said several years how much it meant to her. However, both of them had to keep a separate calendar for all of their announcements and appointments because there was just too much to keep on that little calendar. Consider choosing a layout that has enough space for writing notes or appointments in the days. Printing and binding options for your finished calendar. There are several printing and binding options that you can choose from. If you want easy, you will have less choices, less customization. However, again, easy. But with these places, you have templates and you simply upload, drag and drop, and put in the type that you want and that kind of thing. Tip. Make sure your calendars are spiral binding. It just allows your calendars to lay flat on the wall and look much nicer. These places also print the calendars for you. So Walgreens, CVS, and Walmart all have custom calendar print programs. I have used Walgreens and CVS, and they were super easy, and they saved my images, my graphics, my dates, etc. from year to year. Although I imagine they all do this. I also used Costco for many, many years, but I am not sure if they even still have a photo department. I think that might actually be why I switched. Shutterfly. Shutterfly offers a wide variety of customizable photo products, including calendars. They provide templates, designs, and easy-to-use tools for personalizing each page with your photos. Snapfish. They provide tools for creating personalized photo calendars with a variety of themes and layout options, but they also offer editing tools and the ability to add text and embellishments. Vistaprint also offers calendars with templates that can be personalized with your own images and text, and they provide options for different sizes and styles. And then Apple Photos. If you use a Mac or iOS device, Apple Photos allows you to create photo calendars directly from your photo library. Anything that can make app considering. I made an Apple scrapbook and it was super simple, but it was also super costly. So you just created a photo calendar gift and you just earned major mom, major wife points. Creating a memorable gift for your family this year doesn't have to be a daunting task. With the help of your children, you can create a unique and personalized photo calendar. This will be cherished by everyone who receives it and a gift that the entire family talks about and looks forward to each year. Today's special moments are tomorrow's memories. Jeannie in Aladdin.
Thank you for joining me today on Epic Mom Life. This episode is sponsored by The Possum's Tale, a unique book adventure for your child. Head to our website, epicpublisher.com, to find free and fabulous parenting and educational resources. How do you love to get your info? We have it in 3 formats: audio, YouTube, or blog. I am your host, Kara Peterson, and I look forward to seeing you next week on Epic Mom Life.